Satyashree Gandham. An expressive arts therapist, corporate trainer, Satyashree believes in the power of people to become the architects of their own life. She is dedicated to enable individuals to overcome their fears and discover creative solutions to the challenges that are deterrent to their personal, professional, and social wellness. She uses the universal language of creative arts to facilitate engagement, communication, and healing. She employs the principles of pyrography, psychodrama, movement therapy, art therapy, and letter writing for individual and group therapy. She's a pet mom to 2 rabbits, Plato and Cleopatra, and loves her coffee. So can I invite Satyashree to please come on stage and let us know about the spoken word. A round of applause, please, for Satyashree.
Hello, everybody. How energetic are we at this time? Okay, we better be energetic because this is not just me talking. We're going to do a lot of engagement together over here. Yeah? So, can I hear a big yay from everybody? Okay, that won't do. A little louder, please. Okay, one more time. Yay! Fantastic. Now I know we're ready. Okay, real quick. Yes, I am a corporate trainer and a coach and a therapist and a lot of other fancy names that one gets. But essentially what I do is exactly what my friend just mentioned. I try to use arts. Any kind of art that I come across, I try to use it as a medium of my training to either individuals or groups of people. And the objective is that all of us, the potential we have inside us, within us, that creates the environment inside to be in sync with the environment outside. That's what we've been talking about all day today. To keep that in equilibrium, we need to get our best potential out of us. Now, most of the times what happens is we're so overpowered by what happens around us, we're reacting to the stimulus coming from people, from our relationships, from our friends, society, bosses. All of these people seem to be giving us stimuli for us to be reacting all the time. As a result, we're full of emotions, right? Now, emotions are productive, up, which takes us up, and they're sometimes not so productive, which kind of brings us down. For example, boss gives you a raise, yay, up. Mother-in-law beats up daughter-in-law, down, run, right? Boyfriend issues, husband issues, wife issues, down. So we've got a million issues in our lives all around us. How do we keep our inner equilibrium in place? There are challenges all the time. And what I mean by becoming the architect of your own life is to take the control back into your own hands. How does one do that? Like I said, language is very limited. I'm going to use my language to the best of my ability in this limited time that I have. But most of the time, what really works is art. So this is clearly not a space where I can do a lot of art, engage you with in the art that I use. But I'm going to try and use language to engage you in this activity, since that's the best we can. What I would request you to do is pull out a pen and a paper if you have. If you don't, use the floor, use the walls, use the white cover of your chairs, do whatever, but just get something to write on. We will not bother about the consequences. We'll let Daryl and everybody else deal with it. But for now, this is our life. We need to get it right back into control. So I'll give you exactly 10 seconds to just lay your hands on anything to write on, anything to write with. And what we're going to do now is a small demonstration of how we get the control back in our own hands. So if all of you are ready, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to think of the one challenge that we have that occupies us unproductively. Any challenge. Small, big, tiny, huge, any challenge. 10 seconds. And I will... Any challenge that has been problem, challenge, issue that has been occupying your waking hours and your subconscious hours for a long time, right? I mean, when you're not actively listening, your mind tends to go back to one problem which needs fixing in your life. And that could be any problem. Just think of any one issue that has been in your conscious mind. And we will try and get to a point where we can put ourselves in a position to control that issue. The issue does not control us, we control it. We take the power back into our own hands. So 10 seconds to think of any one challenge that you may be facing. Put that down on paper as the intended objective of the next 5 minutes is to find a solution to complete the sentence for me. Are we ready with our problem statement? Whenever you're ready, say a big yay. Okay, one yay. Okay, now, yes? Let's not get caught up in the problem. Let's just put the problem down as... Are we ready? Great. Now, write down what resources will you need to fix that problem. For example, right now my rabbits are at home. As you know, that's my family. I've been away from home for a very long time. They need to be fed. So that's my challenge, right? So if I were to answer this question, what resources will I need to address that issue? A bunch of things will come to my mind. Write out those things. You get 30 seconds. Has everyone understood what I'm asking you to do? A yay will help. I think that's like the end of the evening yay. 30 seconds, put that down. And I hope you're all doing it honestly, because after this I'm going to call one of you, well, a bunch of you to stage and share your thoughts. So let's just do this honestly, yeah? It's magic. I promise by the end of this, you will see some magic. Something that has been occupying you for hours, days, months, maybe even years. You will know how to get on top of it and get to a solution instead of thinking, oh my God, what has happened to me? Oh my God, what's going on? Oh my God, my life is out of my control. Not that your life is out of your control, but you know how it feels sometimes? Whenever you're done listing it down, maybe you can just show me a hand and I'll know that most of you are done. Oh, fantastic. Okay, another 15 seconds for the rest of you whose hand I did not see go up. Okay, now answer this next question for yourself. What is standing in the way of you fixing the problem? At least one or two things that's standing in the way in your fixing the problem. A show of hands quickly so I know how much time I should give to this. Another 10 seconds. Show of hands again. I don't want to leave anybody out of the process midway. So, okay, looks like most of us are done. Next, answer this question for yourself. Who else has some control over this problem, and how much? All right, give me a show of hands. Okay. Next, answer this question. If you had all the resources in the universe at your disposal, how would you like this problem fixed? I repeat, if you had all the resources available in the universe available at your disposal, what would be the ideal solution to the challenge you're facing? Quick show of hands. Okay, another 20 seconds. Okay, final question. You will want to answer this for yourself, which is, what is it that I need to change or do differently in order to fix the problem? What is it that I need to change about myself or do differently to get to the solution? Whenever you're ready. Now this last one requires a little longer time than the rest. A show of hands again, please. All right. Now, for everybody else, since most of you are done with this, look at your answers and write out the solutions in the form of an itemized list. You knew what you were thinking about, the challenge that you were looking at. Now you know the solution to your problem. You know how to get to the solution. You also know what you need to do differently or change about yourself to get to that solution. All that you now need to do is implement it. Which means the implementation is what is your action plan. Be it an emotional challenge, be it a physical challenge, be it a professional challenge, be it a domestic challenge, you now have a list of things to do to be able to address the challenge. Now, has any one of you gotten to a point where you've figured out the solution to the problem and you feel that the power is back in your own hands? Whenever you're ready. Show of hands whenever you're ready. Quick show of hands whenever you're ready. Great. Since a lot of you are ready, now may I invite any one of you to come here and quickly share your insight, any insights that you may have gained from this exercise. Okay, anybody who wants to come up here and share, would you please? Yeah, please. Anyone? Is there a mic? Hand mic? Yeah, I'll give you the hand mic.
I'm not sure this is a problem because mine is just like following my passion, which I haven't had the time to do in all my 43 years of marriage and, children and grandchildren and everything. So I put it down as a problem, and I thought I have to find the time to do it because I'm very fond of music, and I've always wanted to learn music. So that was my problem. I'm not sure it's a problem, but it was what I thought that came up first, not a specific problem. And the insight, I think, is that, I keep saying I don't have the time, but if I really wanted to do it, I have to find the time. So then I just said I have to find the time. I just, go there and just do it. Like they say in the ad, just do it.
Thank you. Thank you. If there's anyone else who wants to share any insight that they may have, I'd be very happy to have them over in the next 5 seconds if you want to come over here. Otherwise, I know we're running out of time. So, yeah, quickly.
So, the problem that I've written down and I'm very passionate about it is the traffic congested road and the unavailability of affordable transportation in Goa. As in for an individual who's relatively new in Goa and does not own a motor vehicle. So it's a startup idea that I've been working on. So based on the aspects in how she divided the problem. So the ideal intention would be to bring in traffic-free roads and something that is very cost-effective.
Any insight that you got out of this?
So what I thought is having a network of bicycles, which I thought would solve the first mile and the last mile connectivity problem for distances less than 5 kilometers. So my challenge was to source vendors who would help me, build a lock and a mobile app for it. So for the ultimate aim would be to, hustle and get things done on your own. And that's when you have like-minded people who could sort of help you out. So that was my insight, yeah.
Thank you. What's your name? Jaideep. Thank you, Jaideep. A huge round of applause for both the volunteers, and we quickly have a third one.
Satya, I would really share something else. The same exercise I did with the principal owners of Allen Institute in Kota, Govind Maheshwari. He said, my children don't need any help of mind technologies and nothing has worked. So I said, can I make you do some exercise? I made the same exercise, I made him to do the same exercise. And his problem, he wrote on the paper, was some bribe that income tax department was demanding from him, for which he was worried for many months. And then he said, yeah, I made one paper right on the problems, then second he wrote this, then third he this. Finally, at the end of the exercise, he said, Manish, I am shocked, I have found my problem. I have found my solution. These are the three people who can really take away my worries, which were not coming to my mind. And this is mind map. I mean, Satya, I'm really very happy that I'm seeing the second person in my life who has been teaching this, who has been handling this.
Thank you. Thank you so much for all the volunteers. I quickly want to conclude saying that a little bit of help, a little bit of nudging in a positive way can completely send all productive emotions up, 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 and that Down syndrome can completely be taken care of. And whether it is a challenge of the world, whether it is a personal challenge, whether it is a private challenge, whether it is an emotional challenge, all that it takes is a little bit of just self-awareness, and global issues can be solved with just a little bit of self-awareness and self-consciousness. I do a lot of, like I mentioned, a lot of art therapy and group therapy. I do it at different places in Goa. You're welcome to get in touch with me if there's anyone who's interested. Monday evenings is when I do it every week. Again, it depends on the number of people who are interested, number of people, and again, the kind of, what happens in such sessions is that one thought, and most of the times we're bringing out our most personal fears out, right? It resonates with most of the people sitting around. So you come to know that you're not alone in this whole thing. Be it any kind of an issue, you're not alone. A lot of people have the same problem or the same challenge, and we're all in this together. So I want to close by recalling what Feligomes mentioned. Live happy. To be able to live happy, we need to be happy within. So it all starts with a lot of self-awareness. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Satyashree, for that interactive session.